What's up, my computer duders? I'll tell you what's up with me. I just fucking fucked up big time. I did an entire episode. Oh, okay. I did an entire episode only to find out I wasn't recording. What's going on here? This doesn't look normal. Hello, grass cow. What the fuck? Maybe it doesn't have any legs. Maybe it's just like a cow blob. The first of many deformities to come. So I built a lot of shit that you did not get to see. This has happened 3 times now because I'm just an incompetent boob. And get a better vantage point to show you what I mean. I can't really see it from here either, though. I have to go inside. Can I get up through here? Yes, I can. Where the fuck? Where the fuck? I have more chickens than God now. I don't know how many chickens God has, but I'd wager that can out chicken. So yeah, I did all this last time, and you didn't get to see any of it. You didn't miss much since I did a lot of mining too, and that was not exciting to watch. I gotta tell you. I gotta tell you that much. So easy to add on another hour or two of gameplay, though. VR is too fucking comfortable. It's scary comfortable. I can tell this is how I'm gonna die. They're gonna find my corpse. Still strapped into this thing. Probably some Korean's gonna be the first person to die in VR. I don't know if that's really an accomplishment, but there it is. There it is. This way. It's the only downside to living in a series of interconnected chambers. By definition, it's going to be a maze. We live in a maze. Also, never feeling sunshine on your skin. Never breathing unrecirculated air. Little stuff. Little stuff like that. Don't you look down on me, chickens. I made you who you are. I also ate a bunch of your children, but that's beside the point. You would too if you knew how tasty they are. That's why I've forbidden you from ever eating your own flesh. Fuck, I need more stone. It's getting up on 3 a.m. I can't keep doing this. I'm 34. I turned 34 today. That's too old. By a lot. I need to stop aging somehow. I think, in fact, a lot of people have worked on that in history. None of them have succeeded that we know of. I would have said for sure Abe Vigoda, but then he finally died. I can at least start putting down dirt. At about 1,000 miles an hour. So there's this new Kickstarter, I think, for a lantern and USB charger thing. that says it's saltwater powered and is total bullshit because it's just the saltwater battery like everybody made in 6th grade science class. It's literally just dissimilar metals inside of and you supply the saltwater electrolyte. That's just a non-rechargeable battery where the metals are the fuel, basically, that's getting consumed. And it puts out very little current. So there's a reason why I know that, you know, disposable batteries in the market use saltwater electrolyte. People keep falling for it though. Have you ever seen the blog Shit White People Like? It would be offensive if it wasn't so fucking funny and true. Like, all the shit on there, stupid white people pay a lot of money for. Like $12 Whole Foods sandwiches. And camping gear from REI that they use twice. I'm a stubborn bastard who, if he spends a lot of money on something, he goes out of his way to use it a bunch just because he spent money on it. Like it's on principle. Or, I guess out of spite, but that's a less pleasant way of saying the same thing, I guess. Like, god damn it, I spent $100 fucking on this thing. You bet your ass I'm gonna use it. Which is what my dad would do. I'm turning into my dad, god damn it, fuck. It happens to everybody. It'll happen to you. Boogity, boogity, boogity. That's so cool, that rock shelf up there. Like, threatening to fall on us, but... This was a good location. This is also really near to one of these bases, so it gets me to a network of other tunnels and walkways very easily. Was that a ghast? I need more glass and I need more stone. You understand me, carrot. Not like potato. You know, colonizing the ocean floor is a really good, like, test bed for learning all the space conservation needs and modular design that you'll need to build in the Nether effectively. I guess it goes either way, but really the stakes are a lot higher in the Nether. You're more likely, unless you're some kind of derp, you're more likely to die in the Nether than you are underwater. Oh, I didn't mean to hit you. Oh, I love you. I'm sorry. I love you. Don't go away from me. No. Please come back. I'll give you seed. I don't have any seed. Oh, I'm sorry. You're my favorite. I love you, birds. Don't hate me. That's the worst, when you like step on your cat's tail and your cat acts afraid of you for the next like 10 to 20 minutes. Not acts, they really are. They're just, that's what tender little dudes they are. And that's so painful because you want to be the person they trust the most. Except for the squid. I love all animals except for squids. They deserve whatever they get. You too. You were just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Anybody else? Anybody? Was there one over there? You there. You saw nothing. You saw none of you saw anything. That's too many witnesses. I'm going to squid jail. What's in squid jail? Probably a lot of tentacles. In places on your body that you didn't even know you had. So it's educational, kind of. But yeah, have you ever met some of those people who are salty about VR? And are just 100% against it and say it's a gimmick and they want it to die? Because there was one of those guys at a party I went to that I demoed the Rift at, and he completely, immediately did a 180 on the spot. That tends to happen when they actually try it, because it's fucking good. It's better than people like that expect it to be. And if they feel like that about it, usually it's because of the price and because it failed once before. And that's all they need to form their stupid, pig-nosed opinion about it. But yeah, he tried it on. He played Bullet Train, the Unreal Engine 4 demo that was the basis for Robo Recall. And he had such a, like, it blew his fucking mind wide open. It's like, I didn't know it was like this. People like that just need to try it for an extended period. Sometimes they're stubborn and they're so married to their opinion already that they'll, like, yeah, I guess it was cool. Wasn't that great though? But that it starts the process of changing their opinion. Because they can't stay salty forever having tried it. Nobody can. That's not a challenge. It's fucking good though. It's one of those transformational moments in gaming. Like, there have only been a few moments where gaming was such a big leap that I could sit down and play with it and be totally mesmerized for days, literal days, and not feel any tiredness, not feel any hunger or thirst, and just, like, all I want to do the next day after I wake up is go back to playing. And then the next day after that, I just want to go back to playing more. That happened with Doom, Mario 64, and the N64 in general when I first got it. Like, I just wanted to play more N64 whenever I wasn't playing N64 already. Dreamcast made me feel that way. Quake. Doom 3 and VR. Oh, I guess there was one moment where I was blown the fuck away by Xbox One graphics. It was that level in DOA 3 where they're fighting in the snow and their feet deform the snow. Like, they leave, not footprints, but like permanent troughs in the snow however they move. Halo, I guess, kind of. Just because it was the first big, expansive, open FPS. Unreal was kind of expansive, but not in the same way where you were given a vehicle and you could explore all of it, and it was more than 12 polygons on screen at once. Unreal was, I guess, one of those moments too, stepping out of the spaceship onto the surface of the alien planet, and the music hits a crescendo, and you're like, whoa, shit. And also seeing your computer do those kinds of graphics for the first time. But yeah, VR is like that. It's one of those moments times like a million. Like, you cannot play it and not immediately recognize that this is the future of gaming. It's only the second year of mainstream VR availability, and already GPU makers are making graphics cards around the needs of VR, like putting USB ports and HDMI ports on the front for easy access, or in a separate drive you attach where the USB, where the floppy drive would normally go. Stuff like that. They're designing around VR. There's multiple competing headsets out. There's more companies getting in on it. They're not backing out of VR. We have more competitors on the way, like Samsung and the Windows VR headsets and a whole bunch of Chinese ones. And I'll never get the satisfaction of hearing the naysayers eat crow. They'll never admit that they were wrong. They'll just either deny that they were ever a naysayer in the first place, which is probably the most likely outcome, or they'll just disappear and not talk about it again. That's really shitty. I want to pin one of these people down. Like the people who said that PSP was going to defeat DS just because it was technically superior. It's like, hello, so was the Game Gear. Why is that fog coming towards me? Oh, it's raining on the surface. So was the fucking Atari Lynx. So was every competitor to the Game Boy. They didn't, technical superiority does not count for much compared to number of games, game quality, and price, and battery life. Because the game machine is just there to facilitate playing the games. It's all about the games. To most people, they're not fetishistically into the hardware itself the way I am, or the way people who thought the PSP was going to succeed big time. Fuck! Carrot attack! Carrot attack! I don't have time. I have to use the carrot. I got bored. Wonder if I could kill him with a roast chicken. Probably. I didn't... Oh, yes, I did recover my compass. Good. Chicken attack. Ooh. Chicken attack. Ooh. You should know that a man with the power of nature can bring you to the end of your luck. And you should know I'm the guy with a look in his eyes. You're about to be massively forced to give up. Chicken attack. Ooh. I can't yodel. Videos like that make me glad the internet exists. Instead of despairing. There you go. Eat your chicken. Eat your whole roast chicken. That's what you feed cats, right? My cat would eat a whole roast chicken. Are you kidding me? Or at least at least eat a small part of it and then lick the rest, so nobody else wanted to eat it. Cats are kind of clever that way. Kind of. They're stupid and smart at the same time. And all the ways in which they're smart are basically being devious and deceptive. And manipulative. I think they found out by cat scans that, which is appropriate given this is a study about cats, that hearing a cat meow lights up the same part of our brain as hearing a baby cry. So cats figured out, or maybe evolution did it, or maybe more cynically cats figured out, if I sound like one of their infants, they'll take care of me. How did I get him down here again? I used a leash, didn't I? It's weird to see a cat sitting so contentedly inside of an underwater building. He has no idea. He doesn't know. Cats would be happy in an underwater colony though, because they're content to be indoor animals most of the time. Unless they get a taste of that sweet, sweet outdoor life. And then begins the non-stop yowling for the rest of their life. Just yowling all the time, every day. And sometimes cute noises like that. I don't mind when they make noises like that. Cats make weird fucking noises sometimes though that'll haunt your dreams. I don't know if they naturally make those noises or if they just go crazy from living with humans. You've seen the videos I have where he says long, oh long day, oh long Johnson. It's like, what the fuck? How is a cat doing that? I think just by living with humans, hearing us speak, and trying to imitate our speech, reasoning that if they can copy us perfectly, then they inherit our civilization. They become the masters. They control the wizard technologies. And we're the ones who are naked and shitting in a box full of gravel at that point, in their minds. So they think that's how it works. If they want to replace us, I think. That was my in-flight snack for interdimensional travel. Is there one tree or is there a bunch of trees now? Oh, why did I squander my bone meal? It's gonna take like a year for the other trees to go. Whatever then. I don't actually need wood that often in the Nether. Once I have the tree dome up and running, I'll be able to make a lot more rapidly. This way. So yeah, VR is comfy, and I know it's killing me, but I like it. I can't say no to it. I'm already too weak. Anything too comfortable will kill you for sure. Comfort is death. That's not to say discomfort is life. Discomfort will kill you just as often if there's too much of it, but a little bit of discomfort is necessary in your life to keep you from turning into just a blob. I still lift, and I should run, because I need cardio too. A man cannot survive on lifting alone, no matter what fit tells you. Oh, wait a minute, I have to fill this in first. Then I can start building the arches. There we go. Do you think there actually are, like, horrifying dimensions accessible from our own that are happening all around us, but we can't see or detect them? Like Silent Hill type shit. I hope so. That would be fucking metal. I'd be disappointed if that's not true. I'm going to fill this in with glass and use that to make the next tier. So my stories are blowing up, my short stories. There's a big market for short stories, for just people who don't have the attention span. And they go into anthologies and they go on podcasts. So the market, if you're like me, when I got started writing, it's like, who the fuck buys short stories? How can you publish a short story? Would it just be like a little pamphlet? Of course, no, that's not how it works. There's all kinds of different venues for writing. And places where a short story fits, where a novella does not. And a few particular short stories of mine have been blowing up, and I don't know why. I have to figure out, is there some other popular website that's featuring them? Is that what's happening? I need to know who's doing that. Maybe we can arrange some kind of promotional thing. Because the same two stories blew up one after the other and got like a bajillion readers. It'd be nice to know why that's happening. I need advertising metrics. Like, if I had the same data as the people advertising on the page where I post that shit, I would know. I wouldn't have to wonder. That would help me target. Then again, that gets me thinking the same way as the ad people. I don't want to be a fucking cocksucker ad executive. If you're an ad executive, I'm not sorry. You do suck cocks. And you know that. You have a cock in your mouth right now. You're like, oh, that's not true. That's you. Thank you for making the world shittier for everybody with obnoxious advertisements that get more intrusive with every passing day. Maybe they do it because they have a hate boner for humanity and they like making everything more miserable. You're like the kids who love to be hated when they were in school. Starting to look good. Starting to look like a fucking enclosure. This is much easier to do underwater because you float. You can move around in 3 dimensions, and if you fall, it's not a big deal because you can just swim right back up. Yay! Sorry, I'm not funny. I was really funny in the deleted episode. You just have to trust me. Or the one that never got recorded. Some dumb fuck. But we all knew that. I can't hide it. I'm so excited. I just can't hide it. I'm dumb as a 3-pound brick and I'm excited. This is... Oh, there's still that one to do. I don't really want to do that until I have all the glass I need to fill that out, but I don't want to leave it looking like that either. There we go. Just on the principle of the matter. I kind of want to demolish that tunnel, but somebody else made it. It's an eyesore from here. But whatever. I should really leave everything exactly how I found it and just focus on what's inside of my colony, because that's the only place I can go and not be killed anyway. Do I have more glass? I hope I have more glass. If I don't have more glass, then I'll blast my own ass. Sassafras. Yes, glass. I should have known. Hiding in the usual place, are we? I could have used diorite and made it more... whatever. Maybe I'll use that on the dome. The rim of the dome. That would look weird, though. If that's the only structure of its kind in the map. Yeah, this is all the glass. It had better be enough to make some serious headway on that enclosure. Enclosure is such a clinical term. Chicken pod. That's better. Well, this one's going to be for cows, if I remember right. I hope those cows fucking appreciate everything I do for them. I'm the only one who tries around here. Isn't it going to be kind of weird? It already is kind of weird to have pigs. Go over here. Pigs inside the glass and pigmen outside looking in at the pigs. Wondering, like, am I descended from that? Is that the origin of pigmen? Was there somebody like me a long time ago, but who got trapped in the Nether and they had to... It's like that Rick and Morty episode where that dude fucks all the native animals and creates a whole species of half-human, half-monster hybrids. I choose to believe that because it tickles my boner something fierce. And that's the best criteria by which to determine what's factually true. Because your boner is like a lie detector for reality. If the needle moves, and not that it's needle sized, it isn't. Just so you know, not that it's important. It's at least a toothpick. You can't talk about having a big penis on the internet. It's impossible. Because ever since the internet began to exist in like 1991 for consumers, for a large number of people, every man on the internet has been like, I have a huge penis. So women can start these websites where they talk about the problems they face having big boobs. I guess because you can see big boobs. You know, men don't walk around with their dicks hanging out unless it's Florida. But there's nowhere for men to talk about, like, if you've ever been on those forums just to see what it's like for embittered men who are just hostile to women because of their own shortcomings, a lot of them are angry at women because their dicks are small. And they feel self-conscious and they feel inadequate. And it's like, thank fuck that I don't have that problem, because it would make me crazy and I would be like this guy, ranting about how it's women's fault that his peck are small. I mean, I'm not fucking Ron Jeremy, but it's above average, and I'm pleased also to be a tall person, because I've talked in the past about how short men also go crazy about their shortness. It's such a small aspect of existence, but if they're naturally insecure people, they'll find something to be insecure about. And short men, at least I can say that I'm tall and not have problems, because I can send people photographs that prove that I'm tall without going to prison or getting called out on somebody's fucking blog for sending a dick pic. Nobody wants to see that shit anyway. It's a horror show down there. It's like Cthulhu's mouth. That's the weirdest thing to obsess over, though. I'll never get over that. Like, okay, you're born short. Fucking get over it. People have been born with actual disabilities and had to make the most of their lives, and you're whining about being like a couple inches below average height. And they're like, you don't understand unless you have this problem. Maybe I don't. Maybe it's like privilege or whatever. They don't talk about it in terms of privilege because usually they're MRAs and they reject the language of social justice. But that's really what they're complaining about, is the privilege of men who are born taller. They're the same kind of people as those fucking Tumblrites who just whine about the world trying to change it instead of improving themselves. None of them think it's a legitimate answer to say, solve your problems by improving yourself. You suck and need to get better. Like, everything about their ideology is just designed to absolve them of the responsibility of having to improve anything about themselves. At the same time, imagine what life is like for a dude with like a truly massive dong, like to where he doesn't have enough blood in his body to fill it. That would be that's like a genie wish. That's like a monkey paw wish, where you wish on the monkey paw for an absurdly large donger, and you get it, but it's so big that it causes you medical problems. Probably most dudes would still be stoked. And let's be real. I was 1 unit off. Unit. I'll figure out where the fuck else to put these at some other point, I think. Are these an even number of space? Of course they are. Okay, yes. And I can put one right here. And it will be evenly spaced, won't it? 1, 2, 1, 2. Yes, it will be. That's good enough. And I can put one there, 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 and there. That's even spacing. and I'll get to doing the rest at some other point. What time is it at this? Yeah, I'm a little bit over time. Whatever. Whatever. Fuck the police. Call the cops. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. What is that? There's something purple. Oh, that's the tip of his sword. It's enchanted. I thought that was the eye of an enderman. Shitting my pants a little bit. A little bit more than usual. About a liter. An additional liter on top of what I normally shit. You know that trannies bleed out of their surgically constructed fake vagina, and they call that their period? But it's actually bleeding because it's constantly trying to heal itself, but then tearing because they put stuff inside of it. To me, that's gross, but maybe somebody finds that sexy. I don't know. And tranny is now apparently a slur. When tranny was originally the nice term to use instead of transvestite, they've been trying to move away from that for so long. Like, whatever you call them is not going to change the reality of what they are to people. So whatever new word you use is just going to become the new slur. Do they eat the grass, or is this just the only piece of grass that has not yet grown over? I want a fucking steak. Wait a minute, this is not real. Weird feeling. This is getting crowded with chickens, though. I should kill some of these at some point, but I can't bear to. I want to see how far I can go with chicken density. Like, how many chickens per square foot can I achieve? Chicken farmer extreme. Look at their little feet as they walk. It's so cute. Birds actually do that. Their feet move so quickly. Their little tiny feet when they're walking. It's the cutest thing in the world. Also when they hop. Like when a bird unnecessarily hops around to get from one place to another. It's like they're perfectly capable of walking, but they're too lazy. They're a little too lazy to fly, but walking is too slow, so they just hop. Hop, hop, hop. More chickens! More chickens! Chickens! This is really a colony for the chickens. I'm being, like, telepathically manipulated into creating a chicken utopia for their benefit. I better start organizing soon, otherwise I'm just gonna keep mixing junk together in the only chests I have. And then I won't be able to move them because they're full of stuff. And the vicious cycle continues. I think I got a good view from up here. Yes. Look at all those chickens. Hehehe, chickens. I did it all for you, chickens. I did it all for you. My nipple. Ooh, can you see me, chickens? It's all for you.